privacy is a basic right to choose how and to who you express yourself. There are two main arguments when it comes to privacy. One argument is to make everything private. Full internet anonymity to do as you please. Anywhere. Anytime. No cameras in shopping malls. No government records of your existence. You are a ghost who is only seen when you want to be seen. But in such a world, criminal organizations would thrive. Internet scams stealing bank accounts would become rampant. Anyone could rob a store without being identified. The government wouldn't be able to pay you welfare payments, since they don't have any details to identify who you are. The argument for absolute privacy comes from ignorance, and is usually supported by those who abuse privacy to commit crime. The other argument is to do away with privacy altogether. This is the argument the government supports. They believe that all privacy is a potential for abuse, and that all potentials are heavily abused to the point where they outweigh rights. The government would take away all privacy rights, in the name of protecting you from crime. They claim that it is for your own good, and anyone who wants to protect their privacy has something to hide. But what they really want is to monitor everyone, at all times, in a psychopathic pursuit of control. When they know everything you do and everything you think, they can manipulate and take advantage of you. They can also stop all criticism and dissent, controlling the narrative with absolute power and maintaining their hold on that power. But neither argument is true. There is information that should remain private, and information that should be public, and it is different in different situations. The trick being played is to deliberately confuse the two. The government will violate what should remain private, by justifying it in the name of protecting you. They fund, orchestrate and encourage the abuse of privacy, to justify taking it away. Muslim terrorists, for example, are allowed to openly preach terrorism and plot terrorist attacks, when there are laws already in place that should have otherwise imprisoned them. And when they actually attack, the government will say that they need new, more oppressive laws to violate privacy in the name of protecting you from terrorists. Meanwhile, instead of dealing with the source, Islam, they take away the privacy of non-Muslims while still allowing Muslims to preach and engage in terrorism. This creeping violation of privacy is deliberate and methodically applied to slowly strip people of all their rights and gain complete psychopathic control over the lives of citizens. In such a world, citizens have no chance of resisting their rulers. On the other hand, organized criminals are not fighting for privacy laws, but against privacy laws and working with the government to trade your privacy in a huge industry of buying and selling personal information. There is a common sense balance when it comes to privacy. That balance is the freedom to live your life however you choose to live it, without violating those very same freedoms in others. It is the right to criticize any group with the truth, without fear of harm. It is also the right to be protected from those who criticize you with lies. In the spirit of free speech, the right to criticize outweighs the right to be protected from criticism. It is wrong to take away those rights in the name of protecting those rights. When we live in a world where governments have the power to monitor everything you do and violate all manner of privacy, they can control, corrupt and suppress the flow of ideas in order to hold on to power. The potential for abuse is too high, and the consequences are extreme. Privacy from government is a critical right that must be upheld. When two or more people meet up and want to share ideas, they have the power to determine the level of privacy. A level of identification can promote a responsible flow of ideas and make sure that anyone who is there to spread lies is stopped and held accountable. But when the government and our social media industry has a monopoly on the available forums, they alone can dictate how much privacy you have to suit their own agenda. The level of privacy you share should be voluntary, and limited only to the forum by which you communicate. There must always be forums where privacy is upheld and people are free to share ideas with full anonymity. Sure, there is a potential for abuse, as some people could use such forums to plot terrorist attacks. But that is the price we must pay to protect critically important privacy rights. The vast majority of terrorist attacks and other violations of rights would not have been prevented by violating privacy.